Coach, if we just have an opening statement on tonight's contest, please.
Well, first of all, I want to thank all the fans that came out. We had an amazing atmosphere today. Today was our Black Excellence game, and we had a lot of fans to come out and support our young ladies, and I appreciate that. Unfortunately, we just didn't get it done. That's just the bottom line. We didn't get it done in a lot of different areas. Rebounding was a big difference. They out-rebounded us by 22. They scored 25 points from the free throw line, which you can't, just give them easy points like that. And then they made 9 more shots than we did. And so, they controlled the game from the beginning. I mean, it's never a issue of fight. We never quit. But, we're getting ready to go into the second half of the conference play. And, that's not good enough. We have to execute better on both ends of the court. And we've got to, hunt better shots in terms of our shot selection, too.
How tough? You said pregame that this is probably going to be the most physical team you've seen this season to date. Did that hold true?
Absolutely. I've known Coach Robinson for years, and his teams are always tough. They always are tough, and they always rebound, and and not dirty or anything like that. They're just a physical team, and I knew we were either going to sink or swim, and unfortunately we didn't match their physicality tonight. They knocked us off our line on our drives. We didn't box out, so they just drove us under the basket. Things like that. That's just effort. And so I talk to our girls about getting 1% better every single day. We got to get 2% better for us to have a chance to beat Hampton, because they're going to be just as scrappy, just as physical, and we've got to be a lot better.
How tough is it to kind of, I guess, play in the paint, get your own shots? I know Taylor Henderson, a lot of her games predicated on screens and driving and stuff. How tough is that for her and other players, just when, they are so physical, and so that size in the paint was really a factor?
Well, we talk a lot about ball reversals, moving the ball from one side of the court to the other. Because if you don't, they're just going to stand in the paint. And like you said, then that's a difficult shot to make. And we just didn't do a great job of reversing the ball and getting some inside-out touches. When we do that, we get good shots. We just got to make them. We had a lot of open shots. They did too. They didn't make a lot of shots. Again, we just fouled them a lot. And so we've got to help ourselves out by getting, we call them sevens, shots that you'll make 70% of the time. But we've got to work the offense a little bit better to be able to get that.
And then you mentioned this is kind of the part of the schedule where you start to see teams a second time. That first repeat matchup is Sunday versus Hampton. What are just some things that you learned that first go-round, not just with them, but kind of throughout the league, your interpretation, it being your first year in the CAA?
Yeah, well, I knew this going in. Anybody can win any given day. Campbell beats Stony Brook. It's a very competitive league from the top to the bottom. And so you got to be ready. I say we have to do 3 things every game. We got to compete, we got to defend, and we got to rebound. And when we do those 3 things, we have a chance to win the game. And when we don't, we get beat by 30. And it's as simple as that for our girls and young ladies. And we have to do a better job of focusing past the noise, past everything else that's happening around us, focusing and executing at a higher level.
Evan in her post-game kind of mentioned the things that they do together as a team to stay together, the huddles during the game, communicating with each other. What have you seen from them, when you go through a season that it is a little trying, that keep that group together and kind of tighten it and keep, all rowing in the same direction?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, there's no folks that are going in different directions. As she said, they're all kind of, shooting on the same hoop. The problem is that now we're shooting 40-footers. We got to get in and shoot some little 5 or 6 footers to get ourselves some confidence and get ourselves going. And so, it's easy to, say, woe is me, or we can get back, we can get some rest tonight and get prepared for Hampton tomorrow and get an opportunity. It'll be our Play for K game. It'll be another great atmosphere, underclassmen day as well. And we just got to get out here and do our jobs. That's what I tell them. I don't expect them to do anything other than, what they're supposed to do. And every one of them knows what their job and what their role is on our team. We just got to execute it a little bit better.
I know you talked in your opening statement about kind of the crowd and the community. Obviously tonight, Black Excellence Night. Coach Shittle halftime with the students, and then you mentioned Sunday you have the Play for K game and I think the Wilmington Health game.
Yep.
A lot of promotions, a lot of opportunities to kind of interact with the community. Francis Weller tonight, with your Dancing with the Seahawks,
Right.
fundraiser. Just kind of talk about what that aspect, the community, and all that means to your program as you kind of rebuild this.
Oh, absolutely. Our mantra for our program, we call them our 6 P's of progress, and our last P is philanthropy, giving back, giving of ourselves, doing a lot into the community, and we've done a lot, and we plan to do a whole lot more, and Francis Weller was our first dancer that we've announced for our Dancing with the Seahawks fundraiser that we'll have in April this year, April the 21st, and folks like her that are from Wilmington that want to see, our program Ascend have just gone above and beyond, and we appreciate all that everybody does in terms of just coming, their support, everything that they do, and we're going to continue to work to give them a good product to come out here and watch.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.